Alrighty, USA Trucker here. I'm about to show you guys something that a lot of people are wondering how to do on these Freightliner Cascadias and other trucks in general. But I'm going to show you guys how to install a CB into a Freightliner Cascadia. Mine is a 2022 Freightliner Cascadia, and all of the Cascadias from 2020 to 2024 are pretty much the same install wise. Even older ones are like this too, but we're going to start like this. So first of all, right here in this little cubby, if you stick your hand in here, there's this right here. You can push this up. This comes up, and then you can take it out. It's just a piece of kind of like cardboard, sort of. Okay, now whenever you reach in here from there, there's going to be a strap right here. You're going to pull that strap. Okay, now for y'all's sake, there's not going to be a radio installed in here yet. I already have one installed in here, but I'm actually going to take it out just to show you guys what I'm talking about. So you're going to have these two cords, okay? You've got your antenna cord, and then you've got your aux output, so your power cord. All right, so we're going to just let this sit for just a second, unplug it, and undo this so that I don't have to let it hang. Okay, all right. So inside of your Freightliner Cascadia, you're going to have this strap right here. Okay, you're going to grab that strap, push it all the way to the left over here in this corner. Okay, so you get it, push it to the left into that corner. Then the other side of the buckle, just flip it over. Okay, then you're going to get your actual CB. All right, I'm gonna prop you guys up real quick for just a second so that you guys can see me work. Okay, you got this here. All right, you're gonna have your CB, which with me, I've got a different antenna in mine, but it's gonna be the same no matter what. This is your internal antenna cable. You can run an external cable, which I have back here, but for y'all's sake, this is what's gonna be in your truck unless another person left the other one behind. But you're going to plug in your antenna cable first, screw it on, okay. All right, it's screwed in. Got your power cable, hook it in, make sure it's actually pushed all the way in. Okay, you don't have to take this actually out to be able to put this in here. You get it, slip it just like this. It's gonna be tight, it is gonna be tight, but you're able to just work it in there just like that, and it's gonna slip into its little dock. Right, so it's got a little dock right here. Okay, right here and right here. All right, so you get this strap, little fuzzy stuff is gonna be towards the top. You're gonna get that strap, put it right over top of that, okay? And you'll be able to grab that strap from up here. All right, fuzzy stuff towards the top. You're gonna stick that in this buckle that's over here. See the buckle? You're gonna stick that in that buckle right there. I am doing this with one hand and holding the phone with the other, so it's not as easy as it is whenever I'm regularly installing it. But let me put this down for just a second and tighten this up. So, reach in here like this, kind of work its way over here, keep the buckle on the side of the radio. Okay, for me, I've got one of these static mics, and it's got a straight cord. Yours, whenever you buy your CB, is going to have a coiled up cord with your mic, but get your mic if you have one of these, okay? Because obviously it's so long, whenever you do anything, it's just gonna slap you in the face. But plug it up, okay? Thread that thing on there. I'd say lift it up a little bit before you actually tighten that CB down, the strap on top, and just tighten it in, and then drop it back into place. Alright, leave you a little bit of slack over here on the left hand side with this strap, okay? And you're gonna get this cord and you're gonna coil it just like this. Basically pinch it in your fingers, make you a loop, and you're gonna shove that loop in between the CB radio and that new little gap that you just made with the strap, and that is going to give you the amount of length that you want. It doesn't have to be perfect. Do that and get the whole radio strapped down. Use this strap for the radio to actually hold in that extra bit of cord, and then you're going to put this piece skinny end towards the front, so this is beveled. Stick the skinny end in first and let it sit there. I grab this and put it up underneath the loop because the loop's always going to be there, but whenever you pull this and you sit in your seat, you're going to be able to pull the slack, as you can see, and it'll be perfect to your mouth and you'll be good to go. So now we're going to talk about actually tuning this joker. So this is your power. So there's your squelch on the inside right here, and then your power is on the outside. So just turn that little tiny knob to the right, okay? Further right you go, the higher up the volume is, okay? The thing behind you is your squelch. So if you turn it counterclockwise to the left, you hear that static and that feedback, okay? So that squelch is basically just a filter to be able to filter out all that noise. Okay, so this is exactly how I tuned my radio, and it works perfectly. I can talk to people plenty of miles away and it's very clear, and they can hear me very clear. I do recommend an static mic. Very, very, very good microphone. So we're going to go ahead and switch this first one right here down to calibrate. Okay, so if you look right there in this little spot, you'll see it has a red part that has CAL with an arrow. So go ahead and grab your actual mic, key that up, and then that should actually be on that arrow. So keep holding your mic down, okay? And then you are going to twist this SWR calibration knob, turn it clockwise, and it's going to move that to the right. Okay, so we are going to turn it clockwise and get it dead on that arrow. All right, then you're going to let off. All right, so then key back up, see if it goes back to the same spot. If it does, you're good there. Now with this still on, you're going to switch that calibration button up to SWR. So it should be between the 1 and the S, okay? But it should not be over 3, because if it does, the antenna light right over here is going to come on, okay? This RXTX button is your transmit and stuff like that, so that's gonna stay on. But you've got this right over here, okay? SWR, key up. It should barely move. I keep mine is super low, okay? It's between the 1 and the S right here. All right, so if I key up, it's between the 1 and the S. Super, super good SWRs, okay? So then S and RF, okay? So now that it's like that, we are going to do this. So your Dynamic is basically your mic power. So if you want to turn it down a little bit, if you're super close to somebody, you can. Okay, you can get this Dynamic and you can turn it all the way up. Okay, your RF gain all the way up. This is to tune it from the start. You don't have to have it all the way up, but I have mine all the way up so that I can get the most out of the radio. Okay, leave your SWR alone. Delta tune is to kind of fine tune the frequency or tune in somebody that's talking. I normally keep it right there at the 12 o'clock position straight up. Okay, there's a little red dot on each one of these. Okay, so go to your squelch right here, which is also your volume. Turn that all the way to the left until you hear that. And then turn it to the right just until it stops. Sometimes you'll have a little bit more feedback coming in, kind of like this. Okay, turn it just a smidge more, just a little bit more till it filters that noise out. The further that you turn that, okay, the less noise that's gonna come through. Okay, so you can filter out people that are right next to you, but you need to get it right there at that certain range where it just cuts off. Okay, you've got your noise blanker. Okay, so if you have this all the way up, you have your noise blanker, which also blocks out noise. Okay, and then ANL, I forgot what that is, but in your manual that you have for your Cobra 29 Classic, it literally has it in there. It'll tell you exactly what everything is. I keep mine all the way up. It just blocks out radio frequencies from like your ignition and stuff like that. Your actual ignition in your truck right here will actually send off a radio frequency, and it will sound through this radio. Okay, so then you got your CB and PA. Okay, so CB is civilian band, basically civilian band radio. Okay, then PA, if you did have an external microphone or external speaker connected to the back into the PA spot, which is actually public address, it's to where you can talk to people outside of your vehicle. And then you got your obvious bright and dim. I keep mine on dim because there's really no point in having it on bright if you're not going to be changing it that much. It kind of blinds me in the middle of the night whenever I'm driving sometimes if I have it on bright, so I just keep it on dim all the time. It doesn't bother me and I can still see it. And then you have your channel 9, which is your emergency. Okay, there's certain things that you can and cannot say on channel 9. Read your manual for your CB. It will tell you some of the things that you cannot say on channel 9. Okay, channel 19 is your normal trucker channel. Okay, so 99% of people that are driving on the road right now in a truck, they're on channel 19. Okay, so you can turn this all the way. You got 40 channels on this radio. And people that are wondering if you need to be on FM or AM band, most people are on AM band on a Cobra 29 LTD Classic. You hit this button right here, which is also your channel selector, and you will see a little green light pop up right there beside the 1.9, right? Boom, little green light. That literally means that you're in FM mode. Click it again, you're in AM mode. Keep it in AM mode. 99% of the radios that are out here are in AM mode, and it's more reliable. You get more people that can actually hear you and more feedback. Okay, so that is pretty much the gist of this video. That is everything that I can tell you right now on being able to tune this radio. But let's try and see if we can get a radio check right here in this parking lot. I'm in a very small TA. It's a TA Express, so somebody might not, but somebody might. Breaker 19, radio check, radio check. Anybody got your ears on? Come on. try it one more time. Breaker 19, radio check, radio check. Come on back. Like I said, I'm in a very, very, very small TA Express, but it does work, and it works phenomenally. I will make a little short proving that later on. Whenever I'm going, I'll make a short of actually having a conversation with somebody. If you want to actually see a video of me actually having a conversation with somebody on a PA, let me know. Sometimes there's some very, very, very funny conversations that go on. So that's going to be the end of this video. God bless everybody. Y'all have a good day.